everyone! Just a little note, I haven't been feeling well the last month or so just excuse my funny voice for now. This video is a bit unconventional, but it's always good to try something new, right? I had a choice for my philosophy class final this year. I could either write an essay or do something creative. I definitely chose option 2. And so now it's time to make an interesting video about existential philosophers. But Anastasia, it can't be done. Well, I'm gonna give it my best shot. First, old white guy, Kierkegaard. His first name was Soren, with the weird little, line through the O. Born in Copenhagen, and he was the youngest of 7 kids. He was a really, really smart kid. On rainy days, his father would take him on make-believe walks in his study. He wrote a lot of books and things by the time he was in his late teens and mid-20s. And in my late teens, I'm making amateur vlogs. So... Kierkegaard thought about a lot of stuff. 1. Be a team player, but don't forget your individuality. Kierkegaard didn't want us to be passive people in history. He wanted us to make marks on the world. Number 2. The more you speak, the more silent you actually are. Because clearly you haven't thought enough about what you're saying to actually be saying it. I think we all know people like that. Number 3. People live in the aesthetic, in the ethical, and in the religious. This one is a doozy. Living in the aesthetic means making impulsive decisions and not reflecting on life. Living in the ethical means being reflective and making, well, let's just call them moral decisions. Living in the religious means you've made such a godly decision that nobody else can understand it. According to Kierkegaard, we live in all 3 at different times, but we fail to stay in the religious stage where we aspire to be. The tragic hero lives in the ethical. People who give up things because they know the outcome will be better if they do. This is where the term leap of faith comes from, although in Kierkegaard's writings, it's better translated as a leap into faith. But the knight of faith, as our friend Soren puts it, lives in the religious and doesn't know the outcome but does something anyway. And number 4. Despair is a constant in life. If you didn't think existentialism was depressing before, you will now. Despair is the one constant in life that we can't ever get rid of. For Kierkegaard, there are 2 reasons that we live in despair: the loss of self or the willingness to give up the self. The loss of the self is exactly that. Yep, I'm still here. And the willingness to give up the self means that you don't like yourself enough to keep yourself around. Okay, second old white guy, Nietzsche. First of all, he was not a Nazi philosopher. His sister was a Nazi and revived his works after his death, and then twisted them to fit her ideology. Fun fact, Friedrich Nietzsche committed one of the first known cases of drunk texting, although in this case it was a letter to his mother. Here are a few of his beliefs. Number 1. He hated Christianity, so none of his philosophies had anything to do with religion. Number 2. We can choose to live in the Apollonian or the Dionysian. The Apollonian is a structured way of life, like traditional marriage, structured art, and normal suits. The Dionysian is the chaos, like non-traditional marriage, no. Abstract art, no. And patterned suits. Say it isn't so! This is probably one of his most famous lines, and it's always a fun one. See, he thinks that there's no way for us to prove that God ever existed, so God must be dead. Number 4. Live like you've always wanted to. But you're stuck with the same thing over and over again, so you better make this first life count. Third and final old white dude, Jean-Paul Sartre. Sartre was French, an existentialist, and an all-around kind of weirdly awesome dude. He won a Nobel Prize in Literature, but turned it down because he didn't want to accept a prize that was only given to capital W Westerners. He said he wouldn't accept the award until authors all around the world had been recognized. He wrote so many things, including L'existentialisme et un humanisme and Huis clos. Sartre believed in freedom, that freedom was the key to existentialism. He talked about ontological freedom, which is the ability of people to make their own life decisions. Unfortunately, he realized that not everyone has access to all of those choices. He knew that people had to deal with their own consequences and take responsibility for their actions. But most importantly, Sartre popularized the idea of existence precedes essence, which essentially means that people aren't born a certain way, they are created through their own actions. Existence precedes essence is the core belief of existentialism, and all 3 of these philosophers had some form of it in their own philosophies. Existentialism isn't about how we're all gonna die someday, or whether or not you believe in an afterlife. It's about making the right choices for the life you get to live. Because regardless of your religious beliefs, we all get one life in this body on this earth. How do you want to live it? We talked about a lot of other things like teleological suspension of the ethical and solipsism and nihilism. But for now, just remember that 3 old guys spent their lives thinking about how you live your life so you don't have to. I hope this was entertaining for you all and hopefully a bit educational. Thank you to Dr. Johnson for teaching me this throughout the last semester. I really enjoyed the class. There are links in the description of other information that I used if you're curious. If you stuck this video out to the end, thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed it. I had fun making it. Moral of the story, don't think about death too much. Nietzsche went crazy because of it. Have a great day. Bye!